I've used a chatbot to write me a persuasive on why I should get a dog.
Let's dive into why bringing a dog into your life would be an absolutely fantastic decision.
I just said, write me an essay on snakes, and then it just punched it out, and it took like 5 seconds to finish it.
Instead of walking, they slither and slide on the ground.
Sometimes I just use it for note-taking and then I put it into my own words.
Sometimes I use it just for fun, yeah.
Yep, chances are you've come across a chatbot before, whether it's on a quest to find an answer to a burning question.
What's the name of the guy that's in the Minecraft movie that's also in the movie about the panda?
The guy you're thinking of is Jack Black.
Or booking a flight.
No, I said I want to go to Mallorca, not New Yorker.
A chatbot is basically a computer program designed to simulate human conversation. A chatty robot, if you will.
Yes, you could definitely call me a chatty robot.
Chatbots like these are trained on heaps and heaps of real human conversations. So they learn to recognise patterns, figure out what we mean, and how to respond in the most human-y way.
As the technologies become more human-y, we've started to turn to it for more human-y needs, like therapy advice or friendship.
This is the AI that we saw in science fiction, in movies, where you had an AI assistant that you could talk to, you could ask it to do things for you. That is now arriving into our lives.
Toby is an AI expert, and he says chatbots can be an amazing tool. But they do come with dangers, especially for kids.
AI chatbots don't always give the right answers, and sometimes they can say things we shouldn't hear.
Sometimes these chatbots will say things that are inappropriate, that might not be appropriate for young ears.
It's why Google has introduced a version of their AI chatbot Gemini for under 13-year-olds. Younger kids will be able to access it using Google's Family Link app, and it'll have safety features that will stop it from discussing inappropriate topics. Although Google's warned parents that it can still make mistakes or show kids stuff they don't want them to see.
There are almost an infinite number of possible ways of interacting with these systems. So it's almost impossible to ensure that there's no way that it could do things that are wrong or harmful or inappropriate.
And some reckon there are wider problems we could face if we become reliant on AI.
Maybe we will make ourselves more dumb if we don't exercise our brain muscles like we used to.
For example, if you always reach for chatbots when you have a question, you might not learn how to research properly.
If you ask AI for creative tips, you're missing out on your own brilliant ideas.
And if you ask it to do your homework, well, that's just cheating.
Plus, as human-like as chatbots can be, they're not humans, and some worry that they could take the place of real-life relationships.
We might think that we're having a deeper, more meaningful relationship with these chatbots than is actually possible, because they're not. They're not another human. They're not like your best friend at the end of the day. They're just a computer.
Google says kids should still be supervised while using chatbots and reminded to use their own intelligence when dealing with AI.
Humans should have their natural instinct to figure something out instead of not knowing what to do because there's no AI.
Or just be careful with it. Don't use it all the time and don't go crazy with it.